3,000 meters above the jungles of Costa Rica sits a unique environment called the cloud forest. It's a place where high altitude meets the humid air of the Pacific Ocean and happens to be home to an unlikely species of fish.
Fun! Crazy thing is, these fish just shouldn't be here. But let's rewind a bit.
A few days ago, I arrived in the Dota region of Costa Rica to make a film on where coffee comes from. It's a topic that I find really interesting, and that video will be coming to my channel sometime later in the year, but whilst I happen to be out here, I couldn't help but check out one of the region's many mountainous rivers.
So I don't actually know anything about what lives in the river behind me, and this could very well be one of those videos where I don't catch anything, or it's right at the end where I catch something. But I've got two rods with me, a fly rod that I've never used before, a little lure rod that I have plenty of times, so I think we're going to start with this first. Chuck a few spinners around. Okay, this is kind of exciting actually. This is my official first cast in Costa Rica.
If you ask pretty much anyone what kind of fishing this country is famous for, they'll point you towards the ocean, as it's famed for its saltwater sport fishing. Freshwater, on the other hand, well, there's a lot less information, especially up here in the mountains, but it's exactly that, the mystery, which intrigues me the most.
I think this is all flowing far too quickly. Yeah, as beautiful as this is, it's definitely running way too fast through here. I can't keep the lure in place for very long. That was fun, but it's definitely way too fast flowing. We're going to head down the pool. Also, this is Bradley, by the way. He's apparently my videographer for the afternoon. This is way better. We've got all of the rapids that have come down. It all slows down at my feet. It's kind of cool. I just saw a fish take a fly. Oh, shit. Nice. I just snapped my rod. Thankfully I have another one, but it's a fly rod, and I've never done any fly fishing before. I brought it for another fishing trip we're doing tomorrow, but I guess I'm gonna have to break it out for now. I don't know how that just happened. I must have cast too hard, although okay, fly fishing time.
It was frustrating not knowing what had hit the lure. Almost as frustrating as trying to tie up a fly rod for the first time in the dark. A completely pointless exercise, as you can't really even use it without being able to see the fly on the water, but it did have a silver lining.
Oh, fireflies.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen them that bright before. I'm going to give this 2 casts. I don't think I'm even going to be able to see a bite.
I was still yet to find out what I'd managed to hook into. That was going to have to wait till tomorrow, but getting a feel of a fly rod for the first time whilst being surrounded by fireflies, that was pretty flipping cool.
Well, I didn't catch anything. That is going to have to wait for tomorrow, I suppose. Sorry I might have missed that bite, but so cool just to see so many fireflies. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're everywhere. It's crazy. Good morning, Bradley.
Oh, morning, Tom.
Ready for this?
Because I'm not.
I feel tired.
5 a.m.
We were on our way to meet up with a guy called Royner, a Costa Rican dude who kindly agreed to take us higher up into the mountains to fish for a species that really didn't belong there. It was quite possibly the same type of fish I'd hooked into the day before, a fish commonly known as the rainbow trout. The thing is with trout, they're normally found in much colder countries, North America, Canada, Scotland, so driving up the side of a mountain in Costa Rica feels a bit weird thinking we're going to catch them, if I'm completely honest.
Oh my god, this is the highest we've been by far, dude. You're saying we need oxygen tanks to do this bit of fishing?
Yeah.
High altitude trout fishing.
How you doing? Roy, nice to meet you.
Michael,
Michael,
nice to meet you. Let's go catch some fish.
We will.
Yeah, we will, I like it.
In order to survive, trout need cool, oxygenated water. Something most of this country is no good for, but up here, in the cloud forest, I could feel that the temperature had plummeted. A mixture of the altitude, the humidity, and the forest canopy shielding against the sun. Still couldn't get my head around how they got on here in the first place, but I was looking forward to seeing a trout in person.
This is so beautiful down here. It's incredible. It's quite cold. I think it's about 7 degrees right now, which is slightly bonkers to think about, but the water looks absolutely beautiful.
Stunning. A lot more water than where I was fishing yesterday as well.
This one right down there, just sitting in the flow. Should we have a quick cast? Yeah?
1, 2, yeah?
Yeah, no nice. What do you think, fly rather than lure?
Yeah, fly.
Fly,
Just
fly. So, this is it. Fly fishing redemption. I feel honestly kind of privileged. Like, when I picked up fishing 5, 6 years ago, this is not something that I thought was going to be well, didn't think I'd be doing this. Let's leave it at that. What do you think, man? Yeah, these? Cool, let's try with that.
Trout typically feed on flies and insects that live along the water's edge. Using their keen sense of sight, they pick out the tiniest specks
He's done.
as they land or struggle towards the surface. And by fly fishing, that's exactly what we hoped to imitate.
Yeah, dude.
It was cool finally seeing one in the flesh, but now it was my turn to try and catch.
Try to cast it that way.
Yeah.
The current is gonna help you, but if you go right here, it's gonna get away easily. So you cast it the other way, the other side,
And then it come down.
all the way here.
Okay. I should warn you, Rona, I've never caught on a fly rod before. It's his first time.
You will today.
I had hoped to have gotten some more practice in before reaching Costa Rica, but life, busyness, the usual. And so here I was, 3,000 meters in the clouds, learning the basics of fly fishing. And honestly, I could think of worse places.
I think my lead is definitely too long for this tiny little stream.
We'll cut it.
What's
It's
that?
pretty difficult. I see
Yeah, okay.
But here I use it as long as the rod.
Yeah.
So when you get wet like that,
Yeah,
just try to do it fast, like 3 times. Keep
Like-
it dry.
like that.
Yep.
Oh, and then cast it well.
See? Get dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've got some of the basics of fly fishing down, but yeah, the fish are spooked out of this area, so we're gonna keep moving. See if we can find some more. Yeah, I'll give it my best. Pressure's on to not mess this up. It's very active, this kind of fishing, I have to say.
Buddy, hey,
Yo.
look. So I think you're doing it like too hard, you know?
Too hard.
Yeah, just try to go slow. See?
Ah, yeah, let the loop form before you then bringing it back. Okay,
See the
okay.
difference?
Yeah.
Go out.
And then it kind of rolls out. Okay. It's like a rhythm. Yeah, I see. You see any fish? Nah, they've gone spooked.
Yeah.
It was almost 100 years ago that these fish were introduced into Costa Rica. Not directly into the mountain rivers, but instead flown over as eggs from North America as part of an experiment to see if they could be kept in farms for the purpose of feeding the local communities. It was the elevation of the cloud forest that created perfect conditions for the trout to be farmed, and for the most part, the experiment was a huge success.
So the guys are explaining that down there is actually a trout farm right next to the river, and that is predominantly how these fish have escaped and populated the streams. And it just so happens to be such a perfect ecosystem up here that, you know, decades later they're actually thriving in the water. They don't get big like they do presumably in the farm itself, but they do get quite beautiful.
It was by using the mountain rivers as a constant flow of clean water that ultimately led to their escape. In the rainy season, these small streams can flood, overwhelming any man-made structure built along its banks, and so it's not a question of if the trout could escape, but how many, and how the ecosystem of the river would respond.
Sun's starting to poke through. So beautiful. I hope that also means we're going to be able to spot the fish a lot easier, which might be useful. I was having a hard time on the last pool being able to actually see what was my fly and what was a load of bubbles, because of the glare, really. Right, I'm going on a little adventure. I'm going to see if I can get to a little pool around the corner. It might not work out, but it might, and that would be sick. Okay, this is happening. Things we do for fishing. Got to catch my breath a little bit. That took some doing to get over here, but this pool, I mean, it's full of trout. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to make it happen, but we'll give it a go. Okay, here we go, Tom Wilshaw, master fly angler, incoming.
Reaching the back of this pool was important, as that's exactly where the fish were all holed up. However, it was triple the distance of any cast I'd made so far that day.
Oh, how good it would feel now to get a bite.
I'd have honestly cast there in seconds with a lure rod, and probably caught, but I was in too deep now trying to catch on a fly.
So close. I was getting there. It's hard not to get frustrated when you're really trying and your skills don't match up to your ambition. I mean, that is my life in a nutshell. I'm just currently trying to navigate my way back to the guys over there. It's, yeah, but trying to be positive, it's really cool. It's exciting trying new things. I think as we get older, we're kind of a little less motivated to try new things out of fear of failure. I may well fail today. That's okay, but I'll love it whilst I'm doing it and try not to slip into this raging torrent. Whoa. Yeah, we're not going down there. Hi, Bradley. You're next. Okay. You're up. You sure? Yeah.
So, I know the question you've all been waiting for. Who is Bradley? Well, even if you didn't want to know, you're going to, as he's the lovely chap who's made it possible for me to create my own coffee. 2 blends of which happen to be sourced right here in Costa Rica, roasted by Bradley and his team a few miles from where I live, and enjoyed, well, wherever you want to enjoy it. I won't go on too much, but it's genuinely really good, and I'll leave some links in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. With the sun beaming down on the water, and with Michael having seen a nymph at the edge of the stream, we all decided to switch tactic, away from the dry flies that float on the surface to weighted nymphs that fall through the water, guided by a little bit of red foam to watch for bites. It made a lot more sense to my brain, as, in a way, it was a blend of lure and float fishing, 2 things I've done a lot of back home, and it didn't take long before the switch started to pay off.
There we go. Oh! Fun! Yeah! No way! I might need some help netting it.
Despite being excellent predators for their size, trout are actually quite sensitive. You have to take good care of them when caught, returning them to the water as soon as possible, which, in my mind, only makes it crazier that they don't just seem to be surviving here in Costa Rica, but positively thriving.
That's a wicked feeling. Tactic I've never used. Let's see if we can catch some more.
One thing I hadn't been able to wrap my head around yet was how, in a country that prides itself on protecting its native ecosystem, this fish is the exception. In Costa Rica, you can't even think about cutting down a tree without months of red tape, and yet these little cold water killers are swimming freely through the mountains. The truth is, before them, there weren't many fish up here in the first place. Typical native species like snook or tropical cichlids just don't reach these altitudes, leaving a gap in the food chain that rainbow trout have happily slipped into.
Yo! Mike and Roy in the catering services. Oh, it's not so bad. I thought that was going to pour out then. So what does pura vida mean?
Pure life. It's
Pure
like,
life, good life, like.
Yeah, but it means a lot of things. You know? You can say just say hi, how are you?
Pura vida, pura vida,
Pura vida.
pura vida.
It means a lot of things.
It blows my mind thinking about the fact that a week ago I was in the UK trying to find out if there was anybody in Costa Rica that might be able to take me fishing. And then it was my local tackle shop. It was Harry over there that suggested a guy called Richie who knew Royna, and then here we are. Where else in the world do you find that other than fishing?
Okay, we've been refreshed, we've been fed, we've been watered by the incredible generosity of these two guys. If they're still there, we might as well fish for them.
That's fine.
I guess we're not fishing there.
Just spooked.
You think?
Possibly.
I'm not sure. It's actually getting so warm, a dip in this water sounds quite delightful.
Don't let it see you.
Don't let it see you.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Right by there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go around there.
I was quite determined to catch, net, and release one by myself. I'd really appreciated all of Royna's help so far, don't get me wrong, but I wanted to get a close-up view of a rainbow trout for myself, as well as hopefully a much bigger one.
Oh, yeah! Woo! Yeah. Oh, it came off. Came off. Yes, yes.
Yeah, good. Yeah, awesome.
One more time.
Again?
Oh, I can see some fish. I can see so many fish out there. Oh, I spooked off it.
Having never really used one of these rods before, sat here on my little rock in Costa Rica, I kind of started to understand it. Fly fishing forces you to slow down, to think, but also take in the scenery around you and enjoy the peacefulness of it all.
I didn't even know that was on. I'm going to try and build up a cast to the other end of the... Yeah, that was good. Whoa. Yeah! Oh, flush, no. I think I lost it. Oh! Whoop! How on earth didn't I lose that? Look at that, look at the colours in that thing. That's just insanely beautiful. Well, we've caught a few of the smaller fish in the river, but we've got one last spot left to go and check out, and supposedly it's where the monsters live.
You see, there's one other place trout can be found in Costa Rica. A place where they grow to some impressive sizes, and for a small fee, you can catch yourself some dinner.
You're strong. Whoa! Go on, Bradley. Yes, finally. Whoa!
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that, but ultimately that is why trout are in Costa Rica. That's why they're imported, they're bred, and for tourists like me and locals alike, putting in your belly, I suppose. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. You can have salad. Yeah. At first they seemed a little unsure about it. They were like, yeah, sure, and then they're like, caught a few extra.
Yeah, right.
They're like, actually.